You know, I got this playmat made, and I need to start using it because it's the easiest way to, you know, give my channel a distinct thing. So, yeah, let's use it for my little Challenge Cup top 4 deck profile of, you know, the new meta. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mad Pig and Matt here. So, as the intro showed you guys, I got top 4 with Dragapult Charizard at a local Pokemon League challenge. This deck is absurdly good, and I specifically went with this version because I like playing Charizard, and Dragapult is a dumb card, so just wanted to do that. And if you're curious, it's a pretty short cup. I played against the Totodile deck and I beat that. I went against an Okie Doggy deck and I beat that. And then in final, you know, the top 2 table or whatever, I ended up losing in the mirror, which was awkward, but yeah. But the deck performed really well, and I figure I'd show you guys just to keep some content going. So here's my top 4 deck profile. Alright, start out. For the Dragapult line, I went with 4 Dreepy, 4 Drakloak, and 2 copies of the Dragapult EX. It's a really good ratio. There surprisingly was one game where I went through 3 of this, and I didn't expect that to happen. Because for the most part, you kind of really just need 2 to do all the work for you, get you 3 prizes or whatever. And this guy right here is mostly just a draw spell for the most part. Really, you only need to go into this when necessary, and you kind of want these on your bench in order to consistently dig through your deck and do stuff. Alright, for the Charizard part of it, very simple. 2 Charmanders, 1 Charmeleon, and 2 copies of Charizard. Yeah, I love this card because it can just, when you use its Infernal Rain, you can put 1 on like your Dragapult and then 2 on him. And then if they plow through the Dragapult and they get down on prizes, he'll usually clean up the rest of the game. It's absurd, really stupid, and I like it. Also, side note, my wife pulled this out of a random Obsidian Flames pack, so yeah. I always have this deck in some capacity. The dumbest card in the deck and the format, Nintendo, Pokemon, whatever, if you're listening, you probably should ban this card, because it's really stupid. The Fezandipiti EX, just kind of staple. And then the last Pokemon is I ran a very, very small Duskull line of the one with Perplex 60 HP, then the Dusclops and the Dusknoir from the SFA, Shroud of Fables, that's what it is. The reason I ran just this one was because you play Psychic Energies in the deck, and in theory you could use his attack. Did I? No, but you can. And post-rotation, you just change it with the other one, and nothing changes. Alright, so that's all your Pokemon. Now on to your items. I played 3 copies of Rare Candy. 1 copy of Switch. 2 copies of Counter Catcher. 2 copies of Super Rod. 1 Earthen Vessel. And 1 Night Stretcher. My Yu-Gi-Oh brain says that this card is absurd. Tera Orb? Literally add Charizard or Dragapult. That's really good. 2 Ultra Balls and 2 Nest Balls. Thought these were pretty good ratio, actually. And then the last item is 4 copies of Buddy-Buddy Poffin. There were games where I actually did through these. It's really awkward. but it's the best starter when you go first. Alright, now on to supporters. I played 3 copies of Arven, 2 copies of Iono, and 2 copies of Boss's Order, as well as 1 Crispin and 1 Lance. This is going to be very, very taken out after rotation. You could probably just play Arven in its place, theoretically. It does the same deal, which is mostly adding the middle evolution. So you could have your draw guy. And yeah, that's all I really had to say. He was the only card that was kind of mediocre. Alright. For stadiums, I played 2 Artazon. Really glad I did, because there was one game where somebody played some ace spec field that was like, oh, your EXs can't damage me. Oh. So I kind of had to do my thing, Dragapult his bench, and then eventually drew into the Artazon, because you have a bunch of cards then through your deck, played it, and then proceeded to get advantage after that. Alright. So for tools, there is the Technical Machine Evolution, the Rescue Board, and I opted to play Maximum Belt because I thought it would be cute. But you should probably play Sparkling Crystal because it's a better card than this. Because your energy count is not very high. And just having the ability for Dragapult to hit, or Charizard for that matter, for just 1 is probably more beneficial than 50 more damage on EXs only. But it's not to say that, like, if you're in a EX heavy meta, that this isn't a bad choice. I'm just saying, after today, I would lean towards Crystal over this, even though I really like this card. Alright. And for energies, it was just 2 Psychic and 5 Fire energy. So, there you have it, folks. My top 4 Dragapult Charizard deck profile. Some closing thoughts are, this is going to make the next couple years of this game not very fun. But at the same time, people could always innovate around it, or Nintendo could put out, or the Pokemon, I don't know who. They can always just put out something to better hard counter. Although, if the Totodile deck with the Milotic really becomes a thing, you are going to need to find another way to get around that damn card. Especially when we post-rotation, when we're losing, like, canceling Cologne. That's going to be a thing. But yeah. Aside from that, if you want to do really good at a Challenger Cup, I probably recommend trying this out. Because this strategy, it's really good for, like, when you want to get a little bit more technical in your play, you know, damage spreading properly with your Dragapult and all that. But you kind of want the big Unga Bunga Charizard to do the job. Also, there's plenty of room for techs and stuff. You don't have to play the Dusknoirs. You could play the Vs that are about to get rotated out. Or you could, like, tech in a Radiant Alakazam. You know, you got all sorts of options. It's really, really cool. But yeah, there you have it. Charizard! This is Meh. Pig and Meh. Signing out.